In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why marketing is the #1 skill that you need inside your business if you want to scale rapidly in the digital age. It was only when I sold my previous business and started from scratch again and I needed to grow much faster that I realized as an entrepreneur, I needed to understand marketing much better than I did. And that's when I looked in depth at my previous business, at what worked, what generated revenue, what helped us grow. And then I started learning everything I could about marketing, video, social media, content, so I could grow my business much faster. And then I started helping clients with their businesses, and here we are. But it's really interesting because as much as things have changed in terms of how easy it is for us to get our message out there and connect with new people on social media, the fundamentals of marketing haven't changed. And you always have to have a marketing strategy. And what I like to tell people is that they have to be dangerous enough with marketing so that they can deploy these things in their company and not have to rely on outside agencies or other experts outside their company to do a basic job at marketing. So let's really talk about what does it take to design a go-to market strategy. And really, when I talk about a go-to market strategy, that's really just when you're going to introduce a new product to the marketplace, or you're gonna re-engineer an existing product and reintroduce that to the marketplace, or you're gonna take an existing product and introduce it to a new market. So every marketing strategy has 6 components to it. Who are you selling to? What are you offering them? Why should they buy from you? Where are you gonna do this marketing? How are you going to get it done? And when are you going to get it done? And in what order? And you really want to treat these as individual problems that you need to solve because each one of these layers affects the other. The more you dial in each of these different areas, the more they combine to build a very effective marketing strategy. The better you target, the better you define your target market, the better you're going to be able to build a product for that market. And then if you have a crystal clear target market and you have a great product for those people, you're also going to be able to describe why you're different in better detail in a more compelling way. And then the more defined you have those 3 pieces, the better you're going to be able to decide where am I going to go find more of these customers. And then when you're designing your actual plan, how are you going to get this done? Everything is going to be crystal clear and will compound into your actual plan. So when we talk about who we're marketing to, we're really talking about who is the niche. And this is one of those topics that can be hard for some people because it's hard to commit to a group of people. You always feel like if I commit to this group of people, well, my service would also work with this people as well. But the truth is the more defined your target market is, the more you're going to be able to resonate with that group of people and you'll be able to create better products for them as well. So in short, one of the best ways to define your niche is really just to think about who do you really love to work with and who can you get the best, fastest results for. And then when you're designing the product, how can you make it a very simple and repeatable process? Now, one of the best stories that I can relate to you to help you understand this niche market and why being specific is important is when I think back to a Thanksgiving where I had my entire family over, all my wife's family was over. I think there were probably 20 people there. And I think it was on a Tuesday. We had Thanksgiving coming up on a Thursday and our water heater broke. And I think it broke on Tuesday evening as well. So this event was jeopardizing everything that was about to happen on Thursday. And of course, I went right to the internet to try to find a plumber that was going to be able to help me fix this problem. And it was quite interesting because of course, when you go to Google and you start to search for different products, search for different plumbers, there's a million of them, right? But there was one that stood out from all the others and it made it a very simple decision. And all it said was emergency water heater replacement, same day service. And I believe it even said call now and speak to a real person right now. Now, of course, all of those other plumbers I'm sure could have fixed my water heater, but there was only one that said they could fix it right now and that's what I needed. So what did I do? I called them right away. And that really leads us into the next section is what are you offering? What is the offer that you are presenting to the marketplace that is unique and compelling? And this is where you really just sit down and decide, okay, what am I offering? What is the result of my service? And what is the transformation that my service will provide to you? And of course, what is the investment that you charge for your offer, for your product or service? Now, if we continue to use the same example from the water heater, this company offered a very specific result. And the transformation was very clear. The result was really clear. Get your water heater fixed right away. Go from having a broken water heater to a functioning water heater in a few hours. And now the interesting thing is I know I paid more for this service. I probably paid $500 or $600 more for this service, but they offered the speed that I was desperate for and I was happy to pay it. And what's also interesting about their service is that it was very specialized. It was very simple and repeatable. They came in a van. It had all the parts. They only sold water heaters. So when they came into the house, it was a very quick process. They were in and they were out. And then I was back online and I was able to have my Thanksgiving meal and my family was happy. So when you think about their offer, what was great about it is that they had leverage. They were able to accelerate the result and the transformation that I wanted, and they were able to charge a premium price, and I was totally willing to pay for it, and I was glad to pay for it because I wanted this done. I needed to have a Thanksgiving meal or my wife would have killed me. So next, when you're talking about your marketing strategy, one of the most important parts is why. Why you? Why should somebody hire you over everyone else? Now, there's a few different things that go into this, but I want to talk about two of the major pieces, which is what is the story behind your product and service? And what are the beliefs and values about you and your service that make you different? Now, a story isn't necessarily about you. What it does is it allows your customers to connect the dots to understand why you are the person to solve their problem. You might be offering what somebody wants. You might understand their problems, but it's also important that the person understands why you're the authority to solve that problem. Why are you the trusted guide that's going to help them get what they want? So for instance, I help people grow their business. I know that they just don't have the knowledge. I know they don't have the marketing skill to do so, but why would they trust me? So part of my story when I'm communicating my message is the fact that I built and sold a company. And that after I built and sold that company, I learned everything that I could about marketing, social media, video, so that then I could start my next business. So part of my story is that I've already built and sold a business before, so I know how to do it. Most people aren't gonna wanna trust somebody to build their business unless that person has built a successful business before. And then the other critical piece to all of this is your beliefs and your values. So for instance, in the marketing world, there's a lot of people that will go out there and then will promise you all sorts of results. I'll get you clients in 3 days. I'll get you all these different leads. But a lot of those services, what they're doing is that they're actually going out there and they're just like sending cold emails, sending automated DMs on LinkedIn, and just really bothering people. Or they're just really doing things the old way, like they're just doing traditional networking groups or just doing outbound sales, really just more of a sales-oriented operation. And I know that that's just not needed anymore. There are better ways to build a business. I know that if you create content, if you share your expertise, if you put that online, people will see you as the trusted expert and they will just reach out to work with you. And so I create a clear delineation between the old way of building a business and then the new way. And with these two critical pieces, I'm able to explain to you why I'm different than everyone else and that why you should trust me to help you build your business. By the way, if you need help with your marketing strategy, go ahead and use the link in the description below to book a free call. We'll talk about your goals, where you are right now, and a strategy and plan to get you where you want to be. Now, this might seem simple as well, but where are you going to go find your customers? All of our customers exist online. They're in Facebook groups, they're on podcasts, they're in email, they're on YouTube, they're on TikTok, they're on LinkedIn. Where are you going to focus your energy to find your customers? And where are your customers grouping together in small groups so that you can go deliver content to them and help them and show them that you're the expert and have them start to build an awareness that you exist and a trust that you are the expert so that when they need help, they come to you instead of coming to the last person that talked to them. And then once you know who your target market is, what they want, why you're different, where you're going to do this marketing, then you really have to map out how are you going to get all this done? What are the different marketing pieces that you need to implement so that you can actually implement this strategy? Do you need a website? Do you need to update social media profiles? Do you need a funnel? Do you need a video? Do you need a webinar? What is it that you need in order for you to execute this strategy successfully? And then what you need to do is order all of those different things by impact. Which one of those things is going to give you the most impact towards helping you achieve your business goals? And then you're going to execute them step by step. And then here's one of the most interesting things that I've learned since I've started getting into marketing and started to deploy these tactics for myself and my clients is that marketing is two parts. There's part setup and then there's part routine. And what I do find is a lot of people are in perpetual setup mode. They're always setting up new things and never getting into a routine and actually executing on the things they said they were going to do. So if you said that my clients exist on LinkedIn or my clients are on TikTok, what I see a lot of the time is people set up their LinkedIn profile or their TikTok profile. Maybe they make a few pieces of content, but they never really actually make that a routine and make it consistent. They never make it a practice to regularly talk to their target market and build that authority with them directly. Instead, they move on to the next thing. They start another social media profile. Now they're on Facebook. Now they're on Instagram. Now they're starting a podcast. Now they're doing this. Now they're doing that. And they never establish a routine and get really good at the things that they originally said they were going to do. And that's why when you look at how many podcasts there are hundreds of thousands of podcasts, but only a few of them have more than 10 episodes. So it's imperative that once you set all of this up, that you get into a good routine, you get good at what you said you were going to do, and you don't move on until you've successfully implemented that strategy. Now, of course, once you've identified everything you do need to execute in your marketing strategy, you just have to sit down and decide, okay, when am I going to get all this done? If you need a website, when is that website going to be done? If you need to set up social media profiles, when are they going to be updated and done? If you need to create content, When are you going to get that content done? Is it on Monday? Is it on Tuesday? When are you going to publish that content? And just like we talked about routine, when are you going to continue to do these things from week to week? And this is probably one of the most critical pieces to any given marketing strategy. It's going deep. Whenever we're setting any of these things up, we never know what's going to work. So you have to try, you have to see what works, you have to get that feedback, and you have to take that feedback and improve as you go. Because like I said, you never know what's going to work. Plus, one of the most important things to think about any given marketing strategy is that nobody wakes up to buy our products and services. What they say is that typically only 3% of your market is actively looking for your product or service right now. So given that, if you start marketing and you're just starting to meet a few people, it's quite likely that the people that you have met are not ready to buy from you. So you want to execute this process long enough so that you really resonate with your target market. And when that 97% of the people are ready to buy, you are top of mind and they come to you to buy. And that process of trying and getting feedback and repeating that process and taking that feedback to improve your process is what's going to allow you to go back to that original market strategy that you had and really diagnose what's wrong. So if something is not working, then you can always go back and decide, okay, is my target market wrong? Is what I'm offering wrong? What is wrong with what I am doing here? And how can I go back and fix those pieces? But if you don't go deep, if you don't try, if you don't listen for the feedback from your market, you'll never be able to improve your marketing strategy and really make it effective and scalable. And if you do all of this right and you're consistent and you go deep and you try and you fail and you repeat and you get better, then you'll be like one of my clients, Tim, who went from $40,000 a month to $120,000 a month in just 11 months. And so the only thing that keeps you from hoping your marketing will work and getting to a predictable state of revenue or scalable growth is really all of those shiny objects that distract you, any fear or doubt that you might have about your marketing plan, trying to find some hack or magic that's going to make your business grow, doing too much, trying to do too many things, trying to be on too many platforms and not getting good at one particular platform, not going deep, not trying, not listening to the feedback and taking that feedback to improve your marketing plan, making things just too complex so that you can't get it done, and of course, just not doing the work. So that's it. The fundamentals of marketing are actually quite simple. Who are you targeting? What are you offering? Why you? Where are you going to do the marketing? How are you going to get it done? When are you going to get it done? If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. Appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.